hi guys, I'm Jitendra Vaswani and you're listening to Inside a Hustler's Brain podcast. And today I'm with the guy who runs landing page guys, and his name is Oliver Kenyon, and he's going to share his top and best landing page optimization strategies. So over to you, Oliver. So please introduce yourself to my audience, man.
Sure, appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me on. Super excited to share some real valuable things on this podcast and video. Yeah, as you said, I'm Oliver Kenyon. I'm co-founder at Landing Page Guys, a design development agency. Very cliche. There's hundreds, if not millions, of web design agencies out there. Anyone can make your website look nice. What we do is focus on that conversion rate. So that thing that's so important to affiliate and internet marketers, the conversion rate. So that's what I want to hopefully share some tips today for.
Yes, perfect. So Oliver, how did you get started in this journey, like affiliate marketing? So can you share your experience, man?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, yeah, it kind of started when I was about 14, 15. And I used to love like Eminem. I used to love hip hop and rap and that kind of stuff. So it was the days of like 8 Mile. Do you remember the film 8 Mile? Uh-huh. Yeah, so like all the rap battles and stuff, and I used to come online and search for all the rap battles, and there was communities that used to do these kind of rap battling. And I was like training as a chef. I used to be a full-time chef, and at one point I thought, you know, I'm going to create my own forum for hip hop. I'm going to create my own rap forum. So I went to my father and my grandfather, and I did like a Shark Tank kind of pitch, and I said, I need $140 in order, you can have 40% of my forum, and I need the money to start my own website. So they gave me the money. I started my website, and obviously it failed, as they normally do. Your first projects always kind of fail. Yeah. But during that time, I met someone on the hip hop forum who was into CPA marketing, so affiliate marketing. And he would introduce me to incentive traffic, kind of content gateways, unlocking those kind of days. Back when CPA Lead was such a big network. And we worked together part-time on CPA marketing until one day it kind of clicked and I made some money. So I started another forum around affiliate marketing. Right. And I never thought this forum was going to make me money or become famous. I just thought it was just going to be for me and my friends to discuss, you know, tactics and how we were going to do the CPA marketing. But all of a sudden it started blowing up and it started growing, and people were asking to advertise on the forum, and I was like, what, I can make money on this? That's mad. Like, I didn't even picture it was going to be this. Transformed to kind of 6-7 years of running the forum. We sold that forum for 7 figures to Neil Patel's investment firm a couple of years ago. And alongside that, it's the largest affiliate community online. And alongside that, I started up Landing Page Guys.
Wow, that's very nice. Like you sold this forum for like 7 figures. Come on, that's a huge, like a big deal, right?
Yeah, we had over 100,000 members, so it's the biggest forum, affiliate forum online.
Okay, nice. So Oliver, I'm going to ask you about more about the Landing Page Guys. So can you share about this company? Like, what kind of stuff are you doing, and how you are actually helping your clients to get best optimization?
Absolutely. So Landing Page Guys was founded as on a side of my affiliate forum, because you had lots of affiliates joining the forum, and I always liked the forum to look very nice. And people would contact me and say, oh, how do I use your designer? How can I get in touch with your designer? And I guess the kind of entrepreneurial spirit in me thought, I'm not just going to make an intro, I'm going to arbitrage this, right? So I'll be the middleman. I'll manage your project, and I'll charge you a fee, and I'll take a cut. Right. So that's how Landing Page Guys started initially. Our first ever client was a guy that I'm sure everyone's familiar with, Tim Bird. Everyone knows him. Who has the Facebook ad buyers group. So Tim was our first ever client, and we initially just started managing his landing pages. So we learned our trade with Tim. He would come back to us, give us feedback, what converted, what worked, what didn't, and then we adapt our pages and move forward with Tim. Wow. Until one day Tim started introducing new people, and other people were contacting us. So me and my co-founder Andy were like, let's make this a business, let's have a go. So that was 7 years ago now. We currently now turn over between 50 and 100 projects per month. Again, we focus on that direct response conversions. So we design, code, and integrate. We have a team of 8 people internally here in the UK, and anywhere between 30 and 40 externally, designers and developers. And yeah, we basically just focus around that conversion rate. So I'd love to maybe share some tips in a minute of how people can up their conversion rates very easily on their landing pages.
For sure. And now, Oliver, you have a lot of, because in the market right now, there's a lot of competition, like there's a huge competition out there for landing pages. Like how do you deal with this thing? Like,
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said at the beginning, there's lots and lots, like millions of web design agencies,
right.
and anyone can build a landing page. Any of these design agencies can build a landing page. That's true, 100%. But there's very few people who focus so much on the conversion principles that can get your page to convert. And
Right.
that's where we stand out. And for me now, it's more my role now. We have a quite, we're still a small company, but we have an extensive team. My
Right.
role now is to educate people. So this
Right.
is why I like doing these kind of interviews, getting
Yeah.
on shows like, you're a very popular guy, you have a good following. So it's great to kind of do these interviews to hopefully give value to people and not necessarily say, use us. But what I'm saying to people is, it's important. Everyone's always obsessed with traffic. Okay. So me and you go to all the affiliate shows, all the talks, all the keynotes, they're always about traffic. It's about how you can scale, how you can get ad accounts, how you can do this. And what we're saying is you can actually make more money up in your conversion rate than you can from scaling. Because what if I was to say to you, tomorrow you can spend $100, okay, on Facebook advertising and make 150 back. But what happens if I said we optimize your page, you spend the same $100, but you make $80 back? Okay, so that's the difference. Like when you up the conversion rate, you're making much more money. So for me, it's more about educating people and just kind of getting our name out. And that's what we're really focusing on now, scaling.
Yeah, that's good. Like Oliver, you have that kind of mission to educate people. Like a lot
Absolutely.
of people in the market, they are just running the Facebook ads and they just want to sell their courses. Like they want to act like gurus, right? So you see, Oliver,
Right.
a lot of gurus, like fake gurus, are there in the market.
We give our best information away for free. It's only up to you if you choose to not to implement it. You can hire us because you may not have time or you want to utilize experts. But on these kind of interviews, and hopefully I can give you some tips. Like I'll give it you for free. You can go and do it on your landing page. It's just about becoming that authority in the space. We have a free Facebook group where we all discuss conversion rate optimization tips. And like I say, it's kind of just put an importance on that. I sometimes compare myself personally to like someone who's like a fitness guru, right? And I hate the word guru, and I'm not a guru in the slightest, but these fitness people who they're obsessed with getting people fit. So their kind of mentality is, if I can get one person fit and healthy per day, I'm happy. I'm the same. If I can get one person a day to understand that they need to focus on conversion rates and optimizing their landing pages to make more money, then I'm happy. And that's my kind of ethos right now.
Okay, and Oliver, what kind of niches you focus on optimization, like for landing pages? Like what kind of niches you really focus right now?
So e-com is obviously huge. We do everything. So we do lead gen e-com. It doesn't matter whether it's a lead gen page, a multi-step page, pre-sale, advertorial, webinar, opt-in, straight sales funnel. It doesn't matter. We do it all. However, what we're seeing more and more of is the e-com stuff. More and more people are actually getting out of drop shipping and now creating their own brands and fulfilling themselves because they see longevity in that. Gone are the days of the kind of scammy pages and free trials and free plus shipping and recurring billing on scammy products. Like those days are dead. Like Facebook's cutting down on it. Cloaking's finished.
Like the
So
recently.
yeah, exactly. That's recently happened. So we're focusing more on white hat, longevity, real products, real brands, creating that asset that can be sellable in the future and thinking long term. I also predict that with the situation right now with the pandemic and COVID-19, I feel like lead generation is going to be huge. Because I'll tell you this now, like in the next 6 to 9 months, lead gen is going to be massive. And the reason for that is there's so much opportunity in lead gen when we come out of this pandemic because of things like the huge deficit. So there's massive amounts of debt. Everyone's going to need loans. Everyone's going to need credit, refinance, claims. People are going to be claiming money for loss of income, loss of housing, missed flights, holidays they couldn't go on. So I really believe that space is hugely going to blow up in the future as well.
And what kind of new trends you are like prediction, like you have some kind of prediction right now, like after this COVID virus is over, like what kind of new industries will rise up? Like
yeah, so during the pandemic, things that are really hot are anything like health related, fitness related, work from home, entertainment's huge. My prediction for when we come out of it is that lead gen, like I said, is going to be absolutely massive. As far as e-com, what we're seeing right now is there's a huge demand for mass product, because people are, they're almost scared that they're not going to be able to get multiple products. So if you can bundle stuff on e-com, it's working really well. If you can get people on a subscription on e-com, it's doing really well. What we're doing now to entice more people to take subscriptions on e-com pages is we're not forcing the subscription, but we're saying to people openly that we can't sell by per product because we need to look after our recurring clients.
Right.
So we're not saying you have to take a subscription, but we're saying in order to get this during the current situation, we need you to subscribe because we need to look after our subscription clients. So that's massive at the moment. And if people are wondering how do you do a subscription, it's very easy. Just look at Amazon. Amazon are the best at doing it. Just set something up very similar, whereby you land on a landing page, you click the call to action, and the subscribe is pre-checked. They then have the option to do a one-time purchase for a more expensive price, but that subscription is huge. And people are almost fearing that, you know, it's the FOMO, really. It's like, if I don't subscribe, I'm going to miss out on this product. And if I don't bundle this product, I'm not going to be able to get more of it. So I feel those kind of things are huge. Of course, health is blowing up. So anything that's like a vitamin, an probiotic, anything that fights flus and infections are huge. And again, you can sell them on subscriptions.
Yeah, because I'm seeing like people are buying because they are locked down inside the house, and now they are buying all this make money online courses. Because I'm seeing for my own blog, like Oliver, I'm running my main blog, like where this interview is going to get live. So I'm seeing like people are buying.
Your traffic must have gone up, right?
Yeah, it's going up. And
yeah.
on my blog, people are buying education courses right now. Like the brands which have a solid presence in the market, people are buying their training courses. Like they want to learn guitar, or they want to learn some food, because they are locked down inside the room right now, and they want to learn something.
Absolutely. Right? Anything learned from home or entertainment from home is going to be massive. And like you say, like you've put in the work to build your brand and your trust. So now it's paying dividends, because people now see you as an authority. They go to your site, they buy your product, and it's great. So it's not very nice to say because of what's going on in the world, but there is a lot of opportunity in any crisis. And it's just how quickly you react and pivot towards that opportunity. And the ones who pivot quickly are the ones who are going to win.
Because Uber was built in 2008 when there was a huge recession, right?
There was loads, wasn't there? Uber, Airbnb, like there's a list of them, haven't I? I've seen that list. Lewis Howes put it out. Yeah, it's amazing.
That list, I say, oh man, like people are taking a point. Like there's a point. I know this is not a right time to say this, but there's an opportunity right now for
100%. Yeah.
It's true, because
Definitely.
like there will be like after this like virus, I know this will be getting over. Like we will fight with this virus and we will get over with this. And after this virus over, I think like after 6 months, people will start traveling again, right?
100%. Yeah. And again, if you're building that list now and taking action now, you're the one that's going to prosper when all of a sudden people are traveling, and you can send them discounts on holidays and flights and stuff. Like that's why I think lead gen is going to be so big. But yes, I totally agree with you.
I have my travel blog, like hotel and travel blog.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
That's traffic is SEO, because I'm an SEO guy. I'm not a PPC.
Yes, sure.
I do a little bit. I don't know Facebook ads. So for me, SEO and PPC works very well. So I know, so I'm building my own travel blog, but travel blog traffic is down right now. But I'm still putting out the content, because I know after 6 months, travel industry will boom. After 8 months, I know.
Again, and if you can adapt your content for the current crisis, so if you can start, you know, and travel is a great example, your travel blog is a great example, but if you can start saying like the top 10 destinations to visit once the pandemic's finished, those kind of things, like it's all adaptive, and people still like, we're humans, people still want to go away, they're still dreaming of that sun. In fact, that's dreaming of it so much more, because we can't go out and get it. It's not ready available. So if you can do that kind of pivot and get in there early, then that's when you'll win, definitely.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's why I'm seeing this. Like that's why I'm focusing on my travel blog. Just I'm posting the content, something which after 6 or 8 months, like this is the travel industry, because a lot of people are not updating their travel blogs, because I'm seeing my competitors. They are not.
That's good for you, man. That's good.
I know, like these things, because I know this strategy. Like after 6, people will not stop traveling. Like that's like, I know traveling is a drug. So people like to
Right.
travel. They like to travel, right?
Right.
So that's the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So new trends in affiliate marketing, you are saying like lead gen will be very hot. Yeah.
I just feel that lead gen is going to be huge. Like right now, it can't be because people can't be in a physical presence. So call centers, for example, like lead generation relies heavily on call centers. You know, you generate a lead, then someone from a call center rings you up and says, oh, you want to get some insurance, or you want to get funeral cover or life insurance, or you want to claim for this. So the problem is with everyone working remote that they can't do that as much. But I feel like when everyone can go back into an office and all of a sudden these different, like there's going to be so many people, it's upsetting, but there's going to be so many people in debt. There's going to be so many people who need credit, who need loans, who need, who need to refinance their houses, who need to get their cars on finance. Like if you can connect those people with the people who are selling that service, you can arbitrage it and sell those leads for a lot of money. And I think it's just going to be very, very big. So yeah, I personally believe that lead gen is going to blow up. Like we've got some clients right now who are doing really well. And again, it's like, it's unfortunate, but you know, for example, like will writers who write wills for when you die, you know, you write a will so that your family get given things. We've got a client who's a will writer, and his business is 5x because of the situation, because it's sad, but it's, you know, it's true. Like people are worried, concerned, obviously, and that's rightly so, but his business is 5x. We've got clients who do funeral insurance leads, funeral cover leads, and they 5x. Like there is opportunity out there, definitely.
Yes, there's an opportunity always. I know, like these. And what do you think about the Bitcoin, crypto, forex? These niches will be hit very badly right now. Like these niches.
I mean, it's kind of full circle because it's not really something we look into. But I personally, like, am invested in crypto and in funds and in assets and stuff like that. But if you watch the stock market, it's kind of not doing what it's meant to be doing. Like there was a crash about 2-3 weeks ago, but it's recovered. Well, it's recovering very well. Right. We woke up like this week for 3 back-to-back days, everything in green. Like that's unheard of. You know, people are shouting that there's going to be a recession. I do believe personally there's going to be another dip, you know, come summer, because there's going to be so many people out of a job. But yeah, I mean, as far as affiliates kind of promoting crypto stuff, I don't know. Like we've still got people who promote like Forex, and we do these kind of Forex landers for things like IQ Option and stuff like that. And they're doing really well because, like you said, people are at home. They want to learn something new. They want to earn money. Like they're not earning money. So, you know, I don't actually see those kind of markets seeing much of a downfall. Maybe the kind of traditional investing in crypto might not be as big, but investing in products that teach you how to trade, they will be big.
They will be big, because right now, Oliver, like on my main blog, I'm focusing on these keywords like make money online in Israel, make money online in Italy, make money online in US, work from home jobs in Philippines, because these keywords are very hot. Because I can see in Google Trends, like this is very hot trend right now in every country.
Everyone's searching it, right?
Everyone's searching it. So this is a hot trend. So I know like these 2 months, so people will be searching for these keywords, and I can make the huge money here.
Amazing.
So I'm seeing the trends on Google, like what is like hot right now. So I'm focusing on these things right now.
Nice.
And Oliver, now next question is what are your best strategies for landing page optimization? Like you want to share with my readers?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I fire through like 5 or 6? Is that cool?
Do it. I love it.
Perfect. Right. Let's get into it. Right. So number one, the most important thing, and typically we're speaking, any of these can be applied to any type of pages, any niche. And also it doesn't matter if you're really doing SEO or paid traffic. Most of our clients are paid traffic, but it doesn't really matter. But number one is page speed. So page speed is so important, especially when it comes to paid traffic. But you'll probably tell me that it's really important with SEO as well, because I'm sure that a ranking factor is how quickly your life is. So page speed is everything. When it comes to paid traffic, every 1 second decrease in load time is a 3 to 5% increase in conversion rate. So that's huge. Every second your site loads quicker, you're seeing a huge uplift in traffic, right? In conversion rates. Now, how do you do that? Go to tools.pingdom.com, okay? Tools.pingdom.com. Take your landing page or website URL, run it through a test on there. It's going to spit out exactly how slow or fast your website loads, and it's going to tell you how you can optimize it.
Right.
Okay, run that report, take it to your developer, make sure it loads quicker. The one quick thing that anyone can do, you don't have to be technical at all, is download all of your images and videos from your website.
Right.
Google free image compression tool, run them through a compression tool. It's going to strip out all the raw data in the back end, and they're going to load a lot quicker. Just re-upload them, your site will load quicker, and you'll see an uplift in conversion rates.
Right.
Number two, I'm not going to do it justice, but follow the AIDA principle. So AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, action. Now you imagine your website or landing page is an A4 piece of paper, okay? Let's imagine it's an A4 piece of paper. Split that piece of paper into 4 equal sections, so half and half again. AIDA, that's the layout that you want your landing page to be if you want it to convert. And I'll quickly run through each one. Attention at the top means get their attention with a strong value proposition. You need a social proof and you need a testimonial. Number 2 is interest. You need to then pique their interest. Tell the people how this product or service is going to benefit them and how easy it is for them to sign up or buy. That's what happens in that interest section. Section 3 is desire. So desire is all about social proof. So reviews, testimonials, case studies, real life people using your products and saying how it's benefited them.
Right.
And number 4 at the bottom is action. Give them one clear call to action to either sign up, buy your product, ring you, whatever that conversion principle is. That action section is important. Don't get it confused. Don't have multiple call to actions. Just have one very clear call to action, how they can get it.
Like
Number 3. Yeah, sorry.
At least one
yes.
button. Yeah. Okay.
Well, a CTA buttons throughout the page, but don't confuse them. Don't have like a learn more, ring us, click to call, fill out the form, buy now. Like just have one clear call to action that repeats down the page. So get mine now, add mine to cart, rush my order, that kind of thing, and just repeat it. Number 3 is social proof. So we touched on it. Like social proof is so important. If you're looking at your website or your landing page now, and you don't have a testimonial above the fold, and above the fold just means when you land on that website. If you don't have a testimonial above the fold, you're losing money. You will get a higher conversion rate by placing that social proof above the fold. So all you need to do, imagine again, I'm going to utilize Amazon as an example. When you go on Amazon, you see those 5 like orange stars.
Reviews.
Place those 5 orange stars above the fold on your website. Just put 5 stars and put like rated 4.6 out of 5 by 100 paying clients or something like that. And then a physical review underneath works really well. So like just a paragraph with a picture of a person and a name. So you need to have social proof above the fold. Number 4 is leveraging trust. Okay, so what I mean by trust is things like trust seals. So if you're doing e-com, for example, or you're selling a product, whether it's physical or digital, it doesn't matter. By your buttons, by your call to action buttons, you need to have payment seals. Right. So we've all seen it. You know those seals where you get like, it says like MasterCard, Visa, American Express. Anyone can get these. You can just Google payment seals. They'll be there free to download and place them right by your buy buttons. Because what this does is it increases the trust of the consumer visiting your page. They'll see your page and they'll think, oh, I align with those companies. I trust those companies. I trust American Express, Visa, MasterCard. I'm more likely to click this button because this company is trusted by them. So trust is huge. Anything you can leverage with trust, even...
I'm making a note here, man. Amazing. I
love it, bro. I love it. Amazing, I love to keep going.
I love this strategy.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I'm making a note.
Gary V in the background, even better.
Yeah, because see, if someone is listening to this interview and he or she is not...
Anyone can do it.
It's not useless. Like you see, I'm making a notes like you told me about loans, credit cards, like testimonials on...
Love it.
I was making these mistakes. Thanks, man.
I love it, bro. I love it. No, of course. So number 4 is trust. So whenever you've got a buy button, put those payment seals underneath, okay? Also, you can use things like as seen on or as featured in. So just below the fold, like if your product's been, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, okay, so you've just given us the perfect example of trust proof. Before, when we started this interview, in your background was you and Grant Cardone. That is trust. No, honestly, that's exactly. They're perfect examples. They make me trust you because I trust Gary V. I associate with Gary V and Grant Cardone. I see them as trustable figures. Now I see you with them, so I trust them. So you've just given us the perfect example. It's the same on your landing page.
Right.
When you see companies like Visa, MasterCard buy the buy buttons, you trust those companies, so therefore you trust the companies that they're backing. Okay,
Right.
and that's how it works, psychology. I think we're on number 5, okay?
Yeah.
When it comes to your copy or content on your website, talk about benefits over features, okay? It's very easy as someone who sells a service, sells a product, whatever it may be, to talk about features because you're proud of your features. All you want to talk about is why you're unique, but you're doing it wrong, okay? And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say like there's 2 ads, okay? 2 identical ads, ad A and ad B. Now they're both selling an iPhone, okay? They're both selling an iPhone. They've got exactly the same image on the ad. It's a hand like this holding an iPhone. Same image, exactly the same. The title on image ad A says the all new 15 megapixel super zoom camera, okay? Now that is very much feature driven. They're talking about the features of the phone. This one here, ad B, says take pictures of your family that will last forever. And that's a benefit of the zoom, but that benefit driven copy converts 10 times better than the feature driven copy. You want to get into the mind of your consumer and think, how does this benefit them? So when I look at a landing page, all I ever think is, we need to tell someone, A, how easy it is to get it, and B, how it's going to change their life and benefit them. So again, like, let's take, for example, like a gym, for example. Like, gyms always talk about their features. We have X amount of equipment. We're open 24/7. We're cheap. That's not what's going to sell. What's going to sell is if you tell them that the equipment is going to get them fit and healthy. That's the benefit to me. What's the benefit for me for you being open 24/7? I can train when it's convenient to my timescales. So like, you need to just look at your copy and flip it to be benefit driven. Remember, features tell, benefits sell. So that's really important as well. And I'll give you one more. Is that okay?
Yes. I'm making a note. Talk about benefits.
Perfect. Okay, so
Oliver, I have one question here. If I'm selling, like from Facebook ad, if I'm selling iPhone 11 review, right? For example, the landing page. So the review kind of keywords should have pros and cons, right? Like pros and cons of the product, right? Isn't it important to have this?
The keywords on the landing page?
Yeah, not keywords. Like if I'm doing a review about iPhone 11, right? And
okay, so you're doing like a pre-sale, and then you'll click off to buy the iPhone. Yes. Yeah, like there is a certain authenticity in having a negative. Definitely, it's the same. Like even with your reviews, the more authentic they are, the better they're going to convert. Okay. Because sometimes we test actually putting a negative sentence amongst a positive review because people trust it more. So let's say, for example, like again, we use an iPhone. And let's say your testimonial review says, love everything about this phone. It's changed my life. It's the best thing in the world. Like it's quite unbelievable. But if you say something like, absolutely love this phone, the battery life couldn't be better, but the camera's incredible and it's a brilliant phone. Like that's more believable and that's actually going to convert better. So it's the same with your like pros and cons. That's the same kind of psychology behind it. So yes, definitely.
Okay, fine. And
cool. Number 6, last one, okay? And this one is one that anyone watching this video can do. You don't have to be technical. You can go and do this. And trust me, you might laugh when you hear it, but it works, okay? Put emojis on your call to action buttons. It works. You'll get a higher click-through rate by adding emojis to your call to action buttons. If anyone's screaming at the video going, but which one? This one, the pointing finger like this converts better than any. We've tried them all, but that pointing finger, that directional cue away from the call to action text. So let's imagine you've got your button like this. Okay, this is your button. You've got the text that says like, get mine now. The pointing emoji away from the text and the button on the button will really increase your click-through rates. It's mad. It's the world we live in. But you can get creative with emojis. Let's say, for example, you're doing like a trial, rush my trial or rush my order. You can put the clock emoji, the countdown timer emoji. Let's say you're doing add to cart and you put the shopping cart emoji. We've done book my call, and you put the calendar emoji. We've tried them all. That works well on lead gen, by the way, or the phone emoji. But the best one by far that we can't beat still is the pointing emoji.
Okay, wow, that's a very nice strategy. Like, and these strategies can I use on my own blogs? Like, traffic is organic, so I can use these because I do a lot of reviews of products.
Absolutely.
On my CTAs, I can use emojis. Let's see this.
Amazing. You imagine your review pages, and then at the bottom you've got that call to action to buy the product. Put that emoji, pointing emoji, you'll get a higher click-through rate.
Wow, I will do that. Like, that's a nice
Good.
strategy.
And another thing about your buttons is make the text descriptive. So when it comes to the copy on the buttons, don't just have like buy now or add now. Make it descriptive and put it in the first or third person. So have it something like, if say for example it's your review page, have something at the bottom that says like get mine now, grab mine now. That kind of call to action works way better than like buy now.
Because I always use like get special discount right now, 60%.
Perfect.
Limited time offer.
Brilliant.
I do
Brilliant.
this kind of things. Wow, that's like
some form of scarcity, yeah. And
Yes,
when you have your buttons, put those payment seals underneath and put a testimonial underneath that.
Yeah, that works very well, man. I love these strategies. I made a note like how to be very, because see, I have to make note because I'm learning. Like I'm not expert on any. Like I know it, but I'm a student. I'm learning every day. Every day I'm learning.
Good.
So I have been a part of conferences like Affiliate World Asia. Like I've done interviews. So every interview I try to learn something. Okay, like that's some value out of that person, right? Yeah.
Good.
Right. Oliver, I love this strategy, to be very honest. Okay, Oliver, what's your morning routine right now, like due to this pandemic?
Yeah, so it hasn't changed too much. So I'm not like a super early person, but I don't get up late. So my alarm goes about 6:30 in the morning. I admittedly lie on my phone for about, as we probably all do, for about 20 minutes. And then I'm up at 7 o'clock, and I always do a HIIT workout. I'm not sure if you've heard of HIIT workouts, so high intensity interval training. They take like 20 or 30 minutes, but I feel it really wakes me up. It energizes me. Like I really love fitness, but I believe in the benefits of fitness more than the physical benefit. Like I love just the way it makes you feel and how positive you feel once you've done fitness. Right. So something like a HIIT is perfect because you can just go downstairs, put it on your video. It's 20 minutes and then instantly you feel better. I do a HIIT, I then get into a cold shower. I have a quick cold shower, a bit of breakfast, and then I'm normally starting work by about 8-ish till sort of midday, where I stop and have some lunch.
It's very nice. And Oliver, how you're training your brain, like how you're training your mindset, like mindset stuff, like to scale your business? Because sometimes like you get stuck in some figures, like maybe like 6-7 figures. So how you're training your brain to scale your business? Like what's your mindset here?
My mindset and the moment that changed for me was the moment we started hiring. The second we got out of, me and my co-founder Andy, the second we stopped working in the business and started working on the business was the moment we could be able to scale. And then we just put one big focus on something at one time. For example, our huge focus in the last month has been building up our online training for our internal staff, not for clients, for our staff. So we are now in a position where even during this pandemic, we're hiring 2 new people on Monday because they can train from home, because we've got this online training. So I try to focus on one big task at a time whilst maintaining the kind of team and the day-to-day. But we're very lucky that we have an amazing team. So for me, mindset is, I think meditation helps. I think fitness helps. And like I can't put an importance on fitness personally. I love fitness. I work out normally like morning and night, and not like extensively. I'm not like ripped or like muscly or anything. I just do it for the physical. I do it for the benefits to my mind. It keeps me like fit and on the pulse and thinking, and it's my little escape from work. So yeah, but I don't feel like I work. I love the shit.
Yeah, because because these days I'm like the gyms are closed, so mostly I'm doing like 40 minutes running every day, like running at least 3 to 4 kilometers.
Running's great because you think a lot when you run, right?
Yeah, we think a lot. So I think about my business like these days, and yes, in this month I hired like 7 more content writers and proofreaders right now for my own blog, because there were a lot of mistakes, because like my business is going in this make money online thing is going up, right? So I know, like, so I'm focusing more on hiring more of content writers and proofreaders to get my content,
Brilliant. Good, man. That's good.
because that's the thing I'm focusing, because right now, because I want to scale my blog, and maybe in like 1 or 2 years I want to flip it into 7 figures. Like that's my goal, like my main blog, because roughly I'm
Good. Yeah.
making
I'm sure
five.
you'll do it, man. I'm sure you'll do it.
Yeah, because I'm making 5 figure in a month in profits right now. So my goal is to hit at least 6 figures in a month by the next year. So that's the goal right now. Because due to this,
I'm sure if you put your mind to it and focus, I'm sure you will do it. Definitely.
yeah, because few of my travel websites, they have gone down. Like I was thinking, like I will hit into 6 figures soon, but it's crazy. Like due to this pandemic, like my travel websites and hotel websites, they have gone down. Like the business.
I totally get that, and like we're in such a lucky place that we can work online. But I also believe, like, I'm not saying to you, but I also believe like you can't rely on that as an excuse. Like it's just now an excuse to double down. You have to just work harder somewhere else, right? And I
Yeah.
know that you are and you will. Like I see you're relentless, and that's the way you need to be. Like you'll definitely do it.
Yeah, because that's the way, because I'm training my team, and my team is worried, like, sir, like you will fire us. I say, I'm not going to fire you, don't worry, we have to work, we need to fight this situation. I know it's bad, it's
Exactly.
depressing.
Exactly. It's a fight. I love that.
It's a thrive, because see, Oliver, it's all about thrive, and you have to train your brains. I like it's Gary Vee. Like Gary Vee is the guy who trained my mind in like into this hustle. Like my family, like nobody in my family doing this kind of business, and they don't
Yeah, sure.
understand. Still, they don't understand what I do. Like what I do.
I have the same.
So I know,
I have
like,
the same.
and what do you think, like Oliver, like the offline conferences, like events, workshops, like these businesses will get hit in 2020 right now. Like nobody.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's a shame because we were like queued to speak at some of them. We had a booth in Amsterdam at Affiliate Summit, so it's a real shame. Again, it's all about adaptation. Like how quickly can you adapt? Like we see that there's lots of virtual summits going up. You know, shout out to my friend Aki who's holding the Affiliate Virtual Summit soon.
Right.
I'm speaking there, so it's just how quickly you can adapt. And I'm surprised, the big ones like Affiliate World and Affiliate Summit haven't put their stamp on that whole online virtual summit thing, because
Update World
you know
Conference, like Barcelona is not going to happen, I'm sure.
it's not, no, definitely not, and they still haven't cancelled it. But you know it's not going to happen. But why haven't they? Well, you know we can't tell them. They run an amazing conference. They're wicked guys. But why haven't they adapted and brought this all online and took that space? I don't know, but it's unfortunate. You know, I have really good friends here in the UK who run Performance in the big event in London in the UK, and you know he's had to cancel his show, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of money missed. But hopefully, just 1 year, you know, and back next year we'll be back at the shows and you know we're meeting up again.
I think this year will be very bad for the businesses for like workshops and these kind of conferences like this.
Agreed.
Because I love like these events, like offline workshops, events where I'm meeting you real. Like virtual,
Right.
it's okay, I know it's good, but I like this face-to-face thing. Like when I'm meeting you, you have a more trust on me. Like that's the thing. Because from events, I get a lot of my clients for PR marketing, for like I'm making the affiliate deals like at the event instantly, because you are meeting the person in real.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think it's a shame. I'm going to miss them this year, but it's good timing for me because me and my wife are expecting our first child next month. So I couldn't have gone anyway this year. So it's good timing. I won't get that FOMO this year.
Yeah, and that's good. Like, but a lot of I think boyfriend girlfriends are fighting these days, right? Because
I still have the ring. I'm still married.
So Oliver is happy with his wife. Like he's.
I'm good. I'm good. She works for Landing Page Guys. She works for our company, so she's all good.
Oh, she works with you.
Yes, she works for our company. Yeah.
Oh, then that's a good. Like you have that kind of understanding and trust. That's very
exactly. We're both working towards the same goals, so it's good. It's healthy.
Okay, and Oliver, now I want to ask you one last question. How do you deal with the failures? So I want to ask about your failures in your life. So can you share in terms of your personal life and your business?
Absolutely. So how do I deal with fears? My biggest fear in life, personally, my huge fear is that I'm petrified of flying. So I don't fly. I hate flying. And that's not something I've yet overcome. I might do one day, but I I kind of challenge that by doing other stuff that I normally would be scared of. For example, like I don't fly, but I still travel for 8 weeks of the year. When it comes to business, I think I've kind of got to the point in business where I'm like, I'm either all in or I'm nothing. So with business, I constantly have that word relentlessness in the back of my head. And it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, but it's also about taking some risks and not giving up. And I think you just have to be not afraid to fail. Like everyone looks at, like, maybe people are watching this who are just starting and they'll look at us and be like, oh, but you two are okay. You're making 5-6 figures. You know, you're an overnight success. But I'm an 11-year overnight success. You know, no one sees the shit before this. You know, I was a chef. I was earning like $800 per month in a chef in a kitchen, working like 16-hour shifts, and every spare hour I had, I was trying to do stuff online, and I failed. I failed loads. Loads of my online websites failed. You know, until one clicked and made me a bit of money. I took the jump. And then I overcame it, and then hopefully it's just on the up and up. But I think you just have to, it's hypercritical of me to say face your fears, because I'm not facing my flying fear, so I can't say that. But all I will say is, like, in business, I just think you can afford to fail. There's nothing wrong with failing. Like, nothing wrong with failing. Like, just go out, do something, fail at it, you'll move on to the next thing. And eventually, if you're relentless and if you stick to it, one thing will click and one thing will work.
Yeah, it's all because I have also faced a lot of odds. Like when I was starting this business, on my blogs, they didn't work out very well. Like I had issues with my family. Like nobody trusted me. Like I will be able to make that amount of money. Everyone was worried about job security, all these things. Like we have all these things in our mind, like when we are starting out the business, right? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, you have to overcome. It's hard, but it's also very exciting. Like I teach. I had the same kind of thing where my parents didn't really know exactly what I was doing. They didn't really get the online space. But to me, that excited me, because also it gave me the opportunity to do this for myself. Like no one was going to tell me what to do. No one was going to be able to give me advice. And that really excited me. Like when I made money, I was like, I did that. Mum and dad didn't tell me that. Like you didn't show me how to do this. I didn't go to university to do this. Like I did it. I learned it. I made my money. And that gives you the real buzz. That's when you get that entrepreneurial buzz, and that's a great feeling.
Yeah, because I learned from Google, like Oliver, I learned from Neil Patel, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, because they were giving them free education. So I was learning from them, because in my school or in my college, nobody taught me all. Nobody. Everybody put me into depression. Like I want to commit suicide at one point of my life in my college. Like I was so depressed because nobody trained me on these things. Like people were talking about job security, get married and do all this. Like the basic things. Like I said, no, I cannot do all these things. Like, trust me. You know, see, it was very hard for me to deal with this, all these things. But Gary Vee and all these guys trained my mind. Like I learned so many things from these guys. Trust me.
Amazing. Love it. Very
so,
cool.
Oliver, who are your online mentors?
Online, I'm not the typical person who kind of follows, your Gary Vee and Grant. Like, I think they're great, they're good. Like Gary's obviously amazing at what he does. But I'm more of a practical person. I learn better from doing rather than learning and listening. As far as like, if you ask me like what books or what resources would I recommend, again, unfortunately, I'm not a big reader. Like I'm more about doing and implementing stuff. But there's a guy in the UK called Daniel Priestley, and he's written 3 books that I know of. One's called 24 Assets. One is called, what they called? They are called KPI. And the other one is called something like How to Be an Entrepreneur. But KPI, Key Person of Influence, by Daniel Priestley, is the one book that's always stuck in my head, and I always revert back to it. And it's all about becoming that authority in whatever you're doing. It's becoming that go-to person. The third book, is called Oversubscribed. And that's an amazing mentality to think about. So a guy called Daniel Priestley here in the UK is definitely worth looking into.
That's very nice, Oliver. Oliver, thank you so much. Like you shared some great tips on optimization of landing page. Like I've learned a lot of things. I made all the notes. I loved it, man. To be very honest, I love these strategies, like having buttons on emojis. I love this. Like I never try all these things. So let me try these
Thank
things.
you.
Let me see what kind of
Please do. Yeah.
results I get it from there, right, Oliver?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Like I say, like anyone who's watching this and listen
Yes,
to those tips,
right.
don't come to us. You don't have to employ us. You don't have to pay us any money. You can go
Right.
and do all of those things yourself. Just take action, because you're lazy if you don't, because these will increase your conversion rate. So take action, go and do it. If you want to get some more tips, join us inside our free Facebook group, which is landingpagelab.com. And yeah, we'd love to see you in there. But thank you. It's been a great interview. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you so much, Oliver. Like I really appreciate it. So guys, please do subscribe to my like podcast Inside Hustler's Brain. And Oliver, thank you so much. And where like Oliver, where people can find these? So can you share your social links?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, just go to landingpagelab.com and join our free landing page optimization groups. If you want to learn about more what we do as a business, it's landingpageguys.com,
Right.
or you can check me out at oliverkenyon.com. All my social links are on there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Oliver. I really appreciate your tips, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it as well. It's been great.